Tonight's headlines are brought to you by McDonald's and Marianas Coffee.
Good evening, Commonwealth, and thanks for watching the Channel 2 News. I'm Sakurako Halstead. Dan Shore is on assignment. Let's take a look at tonight's top stories. An 11th hour deal brokered by Pakistan leads to a 14-day ceasefire in the Middle East. Also tonight, the high cost of fuel means a lot more money to keep the lights on. And if there are no flights, tourism stops. NBA will write some big checks this summer. In sports, it's a race to the finish line in opening day for track and field in the Marianas. Stay with us, these stories and more are next.
Good luck going after our fans. We have a Huntrix meal at McDonald's.
You mean the Saja Boys breakfast meal?
Ours has Ramyun McShaker fries.
Ours has hash browns.
Hash browns.
Zoe!
It's a battle for the fans.
We love you! What?
Now at McDonald's. Pick a meal.
To pick a side. Don't fight. Kiss.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Just a short flight from Saipan, adventure is soaring high at the Hilton Guam. Guam Adventures invites you to take flight on our zipline adventure, a breathtaking ride where the ocean sparkles below and the island breeze rushes past your face. Glide over tropical gardens, feel the thrill of the drop, and capture that perfect view. This is one experience you'll never forget. Show your CNMI driver's license, and we'll even throw in snorkeling at one of the best spots on Guam, because adventure shouldn't just lift your spirits, it should lift you right off the ground. Book now and take your trip or layover to new heights. We can even pick you up. Book now at guamadventures.com.
Hafiday, Tirawami, and good evening, Commonwealth. You're watching the Channel 2 News on April 8th from our studio on Capitol Hill. A last-minute ceasefire in the Middle East is bringing some relief to global markets, and if it holds, it could have a real impact here at home in the Northern Marianas.
Just hours before things were expected to escalate, the U.S., Iran, and Israel agreed to a 2-week ceasefire, putting military action on hold, at least for now. That news immediately pushed oil prices lower after days of concern that elevated fighting could further disrupt the Strait of Hormuz, where a big portion of the world's oil passes through. For us here in the Northern Marianas, that matters. When fuel prices go up, airlines feel it, and that can mean fewer flights or higher ticket prices, something the Marianas really can't afford right now with tourism already struggling. So even a short-term drop in oil prices could help stabilize things, at least for the moment. But there's another layer to this. Rising tensions involving the U.S., including actions announced by Donald Trump, can also affect how travelers, especially from Asia, feel about visiting U.S. destinations like the Northern Marianas. So it's not just about cost, it's also about confidence. For now, this 2-week pause is giving everyone a little breathing room and some hope. But if it doesn't hold, both fuel prices and tourism here could feel the impact rather quickly. Chris Nelson for the Channel 2 News.
Could power rates double for local residents and businesses? Conflict in the Middle East continues to drive up the cost of fuel, and fuel is what local generators use to keep the lights on. The Commonwealth Utilities Corporation has proposed an increase in fuel adjustment charges from 22.5 cents to 44 cents per kilowatt. CUC officials say the global spike in fuel prices is the reason for the decision to petition an increase from the Commonwealth Public Utilities Commission, and have also brought their predicament to the attention of the CNMI leadership.
We don't want to hurt the economy any more than it is already. And that when we met with the leadership team, the governor and the leadership team, we said, this will impact the economy, this will raise prices, raise commodities, but it's beyond our control. And so that's why we're asking the government and the leadership to help us figure out how we could lessen the impact and the burden on the community.
Yesterday afternoon, an informal meeting was held with legislators.
As soon as we can have a product to provide the public with some directions as to what options are on the table, what options are being discussed, we will have a meeting. The committee will have a meeting to inform the public on next steps and what can be expected as we move forward.
With 2 members pending reappointment for CPUC, a quorum was not available to meet with CUC. CPUC member Bruce Camacho says they are aware of CUC's situation and request to raise the FAC as they await reappointment of their members to schedule the next meeting. Camacho says in part that they are requesting information from CUC regarding fuel pricing, CUC reserves levels, and steps taken to reduce expenses to verify if 44 cents is fair and reasonable to ratepayers. The reappointment of CPUC member Oscar Patrick Quirigua was approved by the Senate yesterday morning.
With all members voting yes, Standing Committee Report 24-74 is hereby adopted, officially reappointing Mr. Oscar Patrick Quirigua to serve as a member of the Public Utilities Commission representing the 1st Senatorial District.
A CUC board meeting will be held tomorrow morning at 9:30 a.m. The visitor industry in the Marianas is facing mounting pressure tonight, with hotel closures, reduced airline service, and growing uncertainty heading into the summer travel season. MVA is putting together a relief package to keep planes flying.
It seems like each day the tourism and overall economic situation in the Marianas becomes more challenging. Pacific Islands Club Saipan has paused operations for the month. Kanoa Resort is no longer operating. Saipan World Resort has scaled back and will only serve the local market this summer, starting in May. Grand Rio Resort Saipan has also suspended operations for now. Across the street, T Galleria by DFS Saipan sits empty, along with the casino resort. At the moment, only T-Way Airs is flying from our main market of Korea into Saipan, and that service is expected to end in less than a month. Jeju Air, which is currently not flying, is planning a limited summer schedule, but only with financial support. With flights from Korea at a critical inflection point, the Marianas Visitors Authority is stepping in to help maintain at least 4 weekly flights through October.
With T-Way already announcing suspension of service beginning May 5th, management has identified direct airline support as the most effective and immediate approach to maintain connectivity.
The funding will be distributed in 3 payments over the summer. Jeju has indicated it will operate 4 flights per week starting in mid-May, adjusting based on demand. Airlines from across Asia, especially smaller carriers who haven't hedged their fuel prices, are facing sharply higher fuel costs, along with softer leisure travel demand tied to instability in the Middle East.
We propose a sole source contract with Jeju Air to sustain direct air service between Korea and Saipan through the 2026 summer season, ensuring continuity of access and preserving our market presence during this critical time.
Philippine Airlines, or PAL, will also receive financial support to sustain its recently launched twice-weekly service from Manila. Meanwhile, the MVA is investing in destination enhancements across Saipan, Tinian, and Rota. Projects to rehabilitate Bird Island, Bonsai Cliff, and Last Command Post are expected to begin in the coming weeks. In the end, everything comes down to one thing for our island economy. If the flights stop, tourism stops.
With artificial intelligence opening up another door that could threaten the safety of children, local leadership drafts legislation to protect the kids. A bill on the use of artificial intelligence is introduced in the Senate yesterday morning.
I would like to formally introduce a bill for an act to criminalize the creation and distribution of artificial intelligence-generated sexually explicit images or videos of minors, to protect students from digital sexual exploitation, to provide enforcement authority to schools and law enforcement, and for other purposes, co-sponsored by several others.
The bill is introduced by Senator Corina Magofnia following an incident at Marianas High School.
So in light of the incident that happened at MHS, where I believe an image of a female student was taken and AI was used to create a pornography video of her, I wanted to introduce legislation to provide some protection for our students, whether it's male or female. But I think it's important with the progression of AI that we have some type of legal framework in place to ensure that there's protection and safety for our kids, but also some boundaries as to how AI is being used. So, I don't have the full details of what happened to the student or the student who created the video, but this is in reaction to that incident that had happened.
Magofnia says in the ever-evolving digital age, it is up to the leaders in the CNMI to put protections in place for the children of the Marianas.
I hope that with full support from both the House and the Senate, that this legislation can be acted on pretty swiftly, as we just don't know what's going to happen next. And what we want to do is have some kind of prevention measurement out there so that our kids can feel protected.
Coming up, welcome to Saipan to our returning residents and visitors, adios and lalabo to those leaving. And our Dan Shore says buenas to the most visited little ballerina from the 80s.
The new Big Arch sauce is so delicious. You'll wonder if they named the sauce after the burger or the burger after the sauce. The Big Arch, the most McDonald's burger yet. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
When family comes to visit, send them to family. Marianas Trekking, Saipan's original adventure crew, trusted by locals for 25 years. We'll keep them busy. Go-karts, ATVs, buggies, even grotto snorkeling. You get your living room back. Or better yet, you can come too. Marianas Trekking, 25 years, local, trusted, family. Send your family to family. We'll take it from here.
Looking for resources about Marianas history, culture, and more? Well, check out the Northern Marianas Humanities Council's collection. Our extensive video, audio, and photographic library can be found on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram at 670 Humanities. Or check out the written resources on our website at nmhcouncil.org. And for those who prefer a good book, we also have a selection of local publications for purchase. So, dive in, explore, and share your comments as we navigate the human experience together. At Marianas Beach Resort, come to the edge of the ocean and experience the best sunsets on Saipan at Skipper's Beach Bar. Open daily from 5 p.m. till 9 p.m., Skipper's is the perfect place to unwind with great friends, great weather, and stunning ocean views. And every hour is happy hour with $3.99 craft draft beer, local food specials, and live music. Bring a friend or make some new ones. Skipper's is where memories are made. Skipper's Beach Bar, the best sunsets, the best fun. Come join us tonight. See you at the beach.
When I think of you sometimes, want to spend some time with you, just the two of us.
Welcome back. You're watching the Wednesday night edition of the Channel 2 News. Although we continue to face economic challenges, our visitors and our local residents appreciate the best of what the Northern Mariana Islands have to offer. Welcome to Saipan and tell us more. One common theme at Saipan International Airport is the friendly faces we meet that are happy to be here. Francine Marie Driss is headed back to San Antonio, Texas.
From Saipan, so I grew up here. I'm actually from Guam. I married a boy from the CNMI, so I'm really happy. And yeah, I'm here visiting my family. We've been here for 1 month and we're ready to go back to the States.
She didn't just marry into the CNMI, she has family ties and is rooted in both islands.
My grandma's actually from here. She's from Asmattuis. So I'm from Guam. I grew up here. So I would go back and forth every holiday and long summers and all those things. So I would come back. Yeah.
When she's away, this is what she misses about home.
It's family, right? You come home to visit family, you feel the water, you see what the beauty the island has, and I'm really happy to be home. But truly and honestly, it's family. Family and the nature surrounding the island. So that's what I really miss and what I'm really proud of from being from here.
More connectivity between the islands and the mainland is something she hopes for.
I would say we do have the parties and liberations, but I would love to see more of the youth come out and experience the States so that they can experience what they have in the States, meaning education and all these things, so they can bring it back to the CNMI, right? So a lot of experiences for the youth. That's what I wish that the youth can bring to the States and then bring it back and fulfill any purposes here on the island, whatever we need, whether it be tourism, politics, all those things education-wise, just to make the youth grow even more. Let them see what's out there and bring the spirit of the CNMI to the States and then bring it back, right? And continue to grow the island. So that's what I hope for.
Vince Akimoto is in from Guam for a funeral.
Yeah, he's from Saipan and he's my stepfather, so we're happy to come here and pay respects.
He's here for 2 days on this trip and says his last trip to Saipan wasn't that long ago.
I was just here Sunday for Easter and just had to go back for work. And so coming in this morning to go to the funeral. So the flight is excellent, the service is terrific. But what we've really noticed about Saipan is it's amazingly clean, and the people here just have done a great job of taking care of the community. We know that there's an economic crisis, but you couldn't tell by the way that people are behaving, and it just seems like a really good island. So we're proud of Saipan. They're doing a great job.
Akimoto sees the good and hopes for more in the southern island.
Shout out to our friends in Guam. We're going to have to do better. Saipan is way cleaner. They don't have abandoned vehicles on the side of the road. They actually have sidewalks that are clean, and their tourists are well taken care of. They even get interviewed on TV right as they come outside of the gate. So Guam needs to step it up. We're not doing as good as our friends in the Northern Marianas. So Viva Saipan.
Camilla Lorenzo and Ann Volta represent Matson in Guam.
And have you been to Saipan before?
Yes, several times for Turkey Cross, myself personally, and then we have our shipping maritime partners in Guam Saipan Shipping.
Ah, okay. So you just come here mostly for business with something?
Correct. We're here for business.
This is what they enjoy about Saipan.
Oh, the people, man. Of course, the people. The people. We're like family. We're island neighbors of the Marianas, and we're family.
They're here for just one night to meet with their partners.
Would you like to say anything?
Nope, you're good.
That's about it, man. And we love Saipan. We're good partners, and we're very, very, very thankful for having you guys.
Returning resident Luis Bustamante is back from Guam.
How was your trip in Guam?
Amazing. I stayed there a little bit. Always. I live here, but more here than there.
So you're back and forth, but you more live here.
Correct. Business in both sides.
He's been in business with JJ Global for 33 years now.
Amazing journey. Amazing journey.
All right. And what made you want to, set up shop here in the Marianas?
We had the YouTube typhoon, and we were one of the ones that helped to restore the power.
Okay. So you came here after the typhoon.
Yeah, right after the typhoon. Then we stayed.
And you decided to stay here, all right?
We love Saipan.
He says Saipan is pretty special.
It reminds me of Guam 30 years ago. Chill, relax, life never ends. I mean, life goes slow, right? It's so slow that you don't even feel it pass. I like it.
You like it? Let's chill, all right. Anything else you'd like to say, sir?
Nothing. Welcome to Saipan.
Madoka flew in from vacation in the Philippines.
And, how was your vacation?
It was good. I was celebrating my mother's birthday.
Oh, your mother's birthday? All right, happy birthday to your mom.
Thank you.
She says Philippines is always on the yearly travel plans.
Oh yeah, I travel probably once a year to the Philippines and then maybe twice to another location like Japan.
And what part of the Philippines are you from?
Bulacan.
Yeah. Anything else you would like to say?
No, I hope everyone has a safe day, a good day. Thank you.
We say welcome to Saipan to returning residents, visitors who make their way back, and say see you next time to those leaving the island.
Adios, Saipan. I'll miss you forever, and I'm really sad I'm going, but happy that I came for a little. Okay, adios.
Our Dan Shore is on assignment in New York. It's actually an assignment from his wife, otherwise known as Operation Grandpa. Congratulations, Dan. Tonight, he's pulling a double duty by bringing us a short segment from one of the most famous museums on the planet. We call it a New York Minute.
At the Met Museum in New York City, a little girl is maybe the most visited little girl in all of Manhattan. A ballet student at the Paris Opera of 1881, Little Marie was forged of bronze, cotton, and silk by Edgar Degas. A New York Minute.
Coming up in sports, students from 8 schools sprint into action at the opening day of track and field.
This year, it's not about resolutions, it's about results. Gold's Gym is launching the 2026 Transformation Challenge, a 12-week total transformation. Professional guidance, real accountability, measurable results. Exclusive group training, member-only perks, and a community pushing you forward. And it leads to big rewards, $1,000 cash and a free year at Gold's Gym. Registration open now and the challenge starts January 19th. Gold's Gym 2026, the Transformation Challenge. Put in the work, own the change. Gold's Gym, Garapan.
Just a short flight from Saipan, adventures calling from Guam. Guam Adventures at Leo Palace has a perfect mix of thrills and sightseeing this holiday season. Check out our off-road adventure where the trails splash, spin, and roar. And for our NMI residents, after you ride, cool off with a free water park pass at Leo Palace Resort and enjoy 20% off lunch because adventure works up an appetite. So whether it's a weekend escape or a layover to remember, make it count with Guam Adventures. Book now and turn your trip into a thrill. And yes, we'll even pick you up. Book now at guamadventures.com.
Welcome to Marianas Beach Resort, and now welcome to Marianas Coffee. Indulge in the rich, smooth taste of classic coffee, or treat yourself to one of our signature creations with the best coffee roasted right here in Saipan. Craving something fun? Try our cracking marshmallow milkshake, or one of our refreshing milk teas. Stay cool with locally grown lemongrass lemonade, the perfect tropical twist. Pair your drink with our delicious cakes, dessert, sandwiches, and salads freshly made just for you. And with super fast Wi-Fi, it's the perfect place to work or unwind. Marianas Coffee at Marianas Beach Resort, where great coffee meets great style.
Buenas sports fans.
Buenas sports fans! The track event that's been running ever since when the grounds were just cascal or gravel. The kids run, jump, and throw their way into the championships. Opening day for the track and field meet kicked off yesterday evening. The partnership between the Northern Mariana Athletics and Public School System Athletics program sees athletes from 17 elementary schools this year. While 8 schools had their opening day on Tuesday, the other 9 schools will have their opening day on Thursday. The William S. Regis team was part of last night's event with track and field community coach Marlon Cabrera.
So we had 4 events. There was long jump, 60 meters, 200 meters, and 800 meters. And I think we had a student in every event, and they did good.
Cabrera also wears the hat of WSR PTSA president.
We need to have the kids more active nowadays. They're all in the computers, on their phones. They need to get out of the house and run and be active.
Day 1 is in the books for 8 of the 17 elementary schools.
All right, so how was day 1?
Hectic. Kids were all over the place, but we got it done.
What else can we look forward to?
More kids running all over the place.
Tonight is opening day for the 14 and under and 19 and under middle school and high school division. Track meets will be going on 4 to 5 days every week for the next 4 weeks leading up to the championships. Championship day is May 1st and 2nd for the elementary division and May 8th and 9th for the middle school and high school division. PSS Athletics Program President Nick Gross says student athletes from Tinian Elementary and Sinapalo will also be able to vie for their spot next week, Friday and Saturday.
Hey, golfers, come north and practice your game at the Marianas Driving Range. New Year's local specials. 10-piece coupon books available for just $60. That's a $10 savings. Want to get really good? Come work on your swing every day for just $99 per month. It's our practice pass and you're going to love it. Grab your passes and go straight to the range. You can social distance and chip all at the same time, and the views are free. Reserve now at marianastrekking.com. You can pay online, open 7 days a week.
I love Marianas coffee. Come join me for a cup. I think you would be really happy.
Here's the weather. Tonight, partly cloudy with isolated showers, chance of showers 20%. Northeast winds 10 to 15 miles per hour, lows around 76. Tomorrow will be partly cloudy with isolated showers, chance of showers 20%. Northeast winds 15 to 20 miles per hour, highs around 86, lows around 77. A rip current statement from the National Weather Service continues. The trade swells remains elevated due to strong winds north of Chuuk and Pohnpei. The high risk of rip currents will continue through at least Thursday afternoon and possibly longer as the circulation near Pohnpei moves towards the Marianas. The tide rises tonight from 5:59 p.m. onward to a high tide peak at 1:45 a.m. early tomorrow morning. A dip in tide at 6:44 a.m., followed by high tide again at 10:49 a.m. The sun sets tonight at 6:30 p.m. and rises again at 6:07 a.m. tomorrow morning. Well, that's news, sports, and weather. Thank you for joining us, CNMI. See you on Friday.